What if everything you believe about love, passion, and desire is a lie? Not just a misunderstanding or a cultural illusion, but a lie told by your own biology. According to Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most brutally honest philosophers in history, sexual desire is not about romance, not about connection, not about fulfillment. It's not even about you. It's about the survival of a blind, irrational force he called the will. And this force is using you as a puppet. In this video, we'll explore how Schopenhauer pulled back the curtain on one of the most powerful forces in human life, and what he discovered was uglier and more disturbing than you ever imagined. Arthur Schopenhauer lived in the 19th century, a time when many European thinkers were celebrating reason, science, and human progress. But Schopenhauer saw things differently. He was influenced deeply by Immanuel Kant and ancient Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism and Hinduism. He believed the world we perceive with our senses is just a representation, a veil over a deeper, more terrifying reality. Beneath this surface lies the true driving force of all things, a blind, irrational will. This will isn't something we can see or touch. It's not a god or a plan or a purpose. It's a raw impulse, a cosmic drive to persist, to reproduce, to survive at all costs. Schopenhauer was a pessimist, but not because he liked being miserable. He simply saw the world as it is, without the comforting illusions most people cling to. And nowhere is that illusion more seductive and more dangerous than in the realm of love and sex. Schopenhauer believed that everything in the universe is an expression of the will. Rocks, animals, humans, music, war, beauty, death. All of it is the will manifesting in different forms. But in human beings, the will expresses itself most powerfully in sexual desire. It's no coincidence that sex is one of the most intense and irrational drives we have. We abandon logic for it. We make dangerous choices. We even kill or die in its name. And yet, we still convince ourselves that it's about love. To Schopenhauer, that's the great deception. The sexual impulse is the most complete manifestation of the will to life. When you feel attracted to someone, what you're really experiencing is not a personal emotion. It is the will of the species, manipulating your individual consciousness to achieve reproduction. You might think you're in control, but the truth is you are being used. Romantic love, Schopenhauer argued, is a trick of nature, a grand illusion that convinces individuals to bond and reproduce. Think about it. You're often attracted to people with physical traits that suggest health and fertility. You might fall in love with someone completely incompatible with your rational goals. Passion burns hottest when consequences are most dangerous. Why? Because your body doesn't care about happiness. It cares about genetic success. Schopenhauer believed that love, especially the romantic kind celebrated in poetry and movies, is nothing more than a biological lie. It disguises the harsh truth that your desires serve the species, not the individual. The purpose of love is not the happiness of lovers, but the production of the next generation. It's a haunting idea that the most meaningful experiences of your emotional life might just be strategies for DNA replication. Once the biological mission is complete, once reproduction is achieved or becomes unlikely, the illusion often fades. This explains why passion tends to decrease in long-term relationships. Many people feel a strange emptiness after sexual fulfillment. Romantic idealism often leads to disappointment. Schopenhauer saw this as evidence that desire is a cycle of pain. It torments you when you lack fulfillment, and it bores you when you get it. This is the curse of being a conscious creature driven by an unconscious force. You think you want love. You think you want sex. But what you really want has nothing to do with you. The will wants to reproduce itself, and you are the temporary vehicle. Here is where Schopenhauer's vision becomes truly tragic. He believed that the individual is sacrificed for the sake of the species. You may suffer heartbreak, jealousy, obsession, loss, and betrayal, but nature doesn't care. If a few individuals suffer so the species survives, that's a fair trade for the will. To love is to be tricked. To desire is to be enslaved. Even the beauty you see in another person is not objective. It is calculated by the will as an indication of ideal offspring. You are programmed to think someone is perfect for you because nature wants to combine your genes. It's not personal, it's strategic. Schopenhauer didn't believe we could escape the will entirely, at least not easily. But he did believe that some people, through aesthetic experience, philosophical reflection, or even ascetic discipline, could momentarily silence the will. Art, music, and contemplative thought can offer brief liberation. So can rejecting the pursuit of desire altogether, like Buddhist monks or saints who renounce the pleasures of the world. But for most people, the will is in control, and sexual desire is its most powerful weapon. So what do we do with this disturbing insight? Should we reject love, give up on relationships, stop seeking pleasure? Not necessarily, but Schopenhauer's philosophy invites us to see clearly, to stop romanticizing our instincts and understand that deeper forces at play. You can still love, you can still desire. But when you do, remember, you are not the author of your instincts. You are the stage where the will performs its eternal drama. And sometimes, the greatest freedom is simply knowing you are not free. Schopenhauer tore away the comforting lies of civilization and showed us the raw machinery behind human passion. He didn't do it to make us miserable. He did it so we could finally wake up. Because only when we understand the truth, no matter how dark or uncomfortable it is, can we begin to live with awareness, intention, and perhaps even a form of quiet rebellion. Desire is not love, passion is not freedom, and instinct is not truth. It's biology, wrapped in illusion. And now,